I mean, he won over your guy.
Yeah. You talking about Cuomo or you talking about Sliwa?
I'm talking about Donald Trump.
Oh,
he won him over. He went to the White. You saw him in the White.
Tell me you don't love the fact that you're saying my guy. That my guy said, just tell him how you feel. Tell me you don't respect that.
That was an amazing moment.
Tell me you don't respect that.
I respect Mamdani for pulling it off.
But do you respect that Trump's like, just tell him you don't like me?
I don't understand it.
You can't say that.
I swear to God, I don't
Dude,
understand.
you know you respect the fact that...
I've studied Donald Trump, unfortunately, through no choice of my own. For 12 years. I moved here months before he came down that golden escalator.
You respected that.
I do not respect Donald Trump. But I watched that clip, and I'm someone who, you could ask me about Trump, I could talk about Trump all day long. Yeah. I know everything about Trump. That moment still is, he looks at Mamdani the way I've never seen him look at anyone. I've never seen him look at Melania the way he looks at Zoran Mamdani. Right? In love. Just in awe. He goes on Sid Rosenberg's radio show. You see that? Yeah. Sid Rosenberg, he's a jihadist. Mr. President, he hates you. Nah, he's a good guy. He's at the State of the Union.
Doesn't get you to say you
I don't understand
Trump.
why, but can you tell me why?
Yeah, I think he respects talent. But honestly,
like game recognizes game.
No, it's, look, you're here. I like your talent. And I watch and I see what you do. Yeah. Listen, we may not agree on, 50%
he's not like that with most other people.
But no, he is. He respects talent, and he's got it.
Fawning over people? Trump doesn't fawn over people.
To bring the guy over.
Patrick is so he's so much of a glazer. It is insane. So guys like Trump that are just making shit up, when they're by themselves, they can make it up so easy. Oh, it's easy. You can wheel them off. You can just keep going. But when you have a real guy in the room, you can't just that shit doesn't work. It doesn't work when you have a real guy. It's like anything. You could be, if you're the second guy and then a one comes in the room, you fall all the way back. And that's what happened. It's not that he respects the talent. No. It's because Trump is a 3. He's a 3. But in the room, he was a 2. And Mamdani is a 1. So it's not that he respects the talent. He just knows that upstairs, Mamdani is a far superior person.
He's done it with a few different people.
Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Zoran Mamdani. Those are my
What
three.
does that say about your Mamdani, though? You got to be careful with that.
That's why I don't
understand. You just put him in a bad place.
That's why I don't understand.
So be careful what you're doing.
That's why I don't understand. I genuinely
Media compares Mamdani to Putin and Kim Jong-un. Don't do that. Why
out of context. This is why no one likes right-wing media. Out of context.
Just say you like the fact that they got along.
I do like the fact they got along.
I do as well.
Because Zoran Mamdani went, in his second time he went to New York. He's so smart. He knows how, Trump is very easily won over. He takes a front page of a newspaper, right? He takes a fake newspaper front page. Why has people not thought of this before? With Trump saving New York, gives it to Trump, and then he goes, can you free this Palestinian student who ICE just picked up? By that afternoon, Trump has freed that student. Right? That is a mayor who knows how to get results and win over Trump without giving up his own self-respect, without fawning over him like I think Wes Moore was in one clip where they used it against him, where he was very, very friendly.
Will you give any credit for the fact that by the afternoon, the most powerful man in the world gave him what he asked for?
No.
You won't.
I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why?
When is your birthday? Let me. Where's the July 10th, 79? You are this stubborn.
Why? You've done your homework. I'll tell you why I don't respect it. Because I'm glad Zoran Mamdani did it. But what does it say about our leader, the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief, the self-proclaimed leader of the free world, that it's so easy to play this guy? World leaders have been doing it for years. This is the problem with him. It's so easy to manipulate him. He's so easy to be won over. And I'm glad when my guy's doing it for a good cause, but people do it for bad causes too. I'm sure we're going to talk about Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu did it to get him into a war of Iran. That's my problem. When Trump first went to Saudi Arabia after he got elected in 2017, there was a story about how when he drove from the airport to the embassy or hotel, wherever he was staying, the Saudis, this is in 2017, remember his first trip as president was to Saudi Arabia. The Saudis put up on billboards his tweets. Can you imagine that? How smart that is? That Trump is driving along and he's seeing his own quotes. These people know how to play him. They know how to suck up to him. Kim Jong-un.
His good quotes or his bad quotes?
Good. They're praising him, right?
All right.
Every foreign leader knows how you can suck up to Donald Trump. You praise him, and now in the second term, you give him money. You can now bribe the President of the United States.
So do you think there's an element, you've never been in sales before, but you're a businessman now, right?
Yeah, I'm selling. I have to unfortunately
you're now sales.
Do that stuff, yeah.
And that's
subscribe to Zeteo.
Join to Capitalist,
subscribe
which I'm
to
so
Zeteo.
happy.
All the cameras. ZETEO.com.
By the way, respectfully, you leave mainstream. You're at MSNBC. I think you're the #1 guy for them with the eyeballs you guys are getting. I don't know
for young people online, for sure.
Yeah, for young people online, you're #1. So And then I don't know what the story is, what happened there. We've read a lot of different stories. They were giving you another job. You chose to leave. You do independent. And then independently, you have, what, $3.5 million in reoccurring revenue 12 months later.
Yeah.
12 months later. That's amazing to be able to do that. And then today being a business guy. So it's great to have
And I've never run anything in my life, so I was very worried.
So maybe that PPE degree you got in economics, that capitalist was inside of you, and we brought it out. So that's great.
Okay.
Welcome to the Club of Capitalists. It's great to have you with us.
Club. I'm a socialist/capitalist. There you go.
A multi-millionaire socialist, which is great.
Nothing wrong with that? Bernie's a millionaire.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But let's go to the part about you brought up Trump and Bibi. So Axios brings out the story. At this point, you've seen it. So Rob, if you want to go down so I can read the whole thing, you're effing crazy. Trump fumes at Netanyahu in call on Lebanon. Go a little bit lower, Rob, so I can read the whole thing. So President Trump last night over Israel escalation in Lebanon and an expletive Latin call on Monday. 2 U.S. officials and a third source briefed on the call told Axios why it matters. Early on Monday, Iran threatened to abandon negotiations with the U.S. over Israel, saying actions in Lebanon. On the call, Trump called Netanyahu crazy and accused him of ingratitude, according to 2 of the sources. He also put the brakes on Israel's plan to strike Beirut. Behind the scenes, 1 U.S. official told Bibi that following through on his threat to bomb Lebanese capital would further isolate Israel from around the world. 2 of the sources said Trump claimed he'd help keep Netanyahu out of jail. He said, if it wasn't for me, you'd be in jail right there. You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you. Everybody hates Israel because of this. Do you think this call happened?
Of course, this call happened. But the craziest part about this is he's keeping him out of jail. So what does that say about you as the president? If you are already acknowledging that you're keeping him out of jail because he's committing war crimes, and you as the president are the only reason why Benjamin Netanyahu is not in jail, what does that say? And as far as Patrick is the biggest glazer on the fucking planet. He really, really thinks that he is a part of the white establishment. He's kind of like Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes thinks he's actually white with a last name like Fuentes. And as far as being able to trick Donald Trump, even prior to this, you've been able to trick Donald Trump with AI. You can trick him with AI. I mean, that is insane when you think about the president of the United States is easily tricked by AI. That is bananas. That's like my grandfather that's, he's tricked by AI. It doesn't understand how computers and stuff work. Benjamin Netanyahu got him into this war by tricking him. And Joe Biden was the one that was Sleepy Joe. He didn't get tricked into this war. And Netanyahu has been trying to do this for years. There's a clip of Netanyahu doing this for like 30 years, 20, 25 years, 30 years. He's doing this, saying the same thing. Iran has a nuke. Iran has a nuke. They're 1 day away. They're a week. They're 2 weeks away from getting a nuke. It's fucking wild, yo. And meanwhile, Patrick is sitting there glazing Trump. Like, bro, he doesn't even want you in this country. Like, yeah, you made a lot of money, but people like Patrick think that because you make a lot of money, that the white establishment is there for you. It's not there for you, dude. Right now they're in because you got a pretty decent, you got a pretty hot podcast. So they're in. But that would end really, really fast. Like, follow, subscribe, bang that notification. Let's go.